with the Minnesota Vikings. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Cousins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long.
51 the mic. 51 the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
To throw, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 70 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach,
Here we go.
they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. This is Mostert. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though. He did score the touchdown in the 3rd quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Garoppolo finding Goodwin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I got you.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Past the 20. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 45 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Mike 51, Mike 51. 3 buds, 3 buds.
Hey, wahoo!
Watch the safety creep.
Gun.
3rd and long for Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Niners take over first and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Second and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
11. Hey, gun. Hey, hot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. 180.
Check.
Hey, hot.
There's Mostert. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
180. 21.
It's second and 8.
I got it.
Joker.
Now Mostert. And some room to work. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Makes it third and 5.
Here we go. Black 80.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check.
Black. Hey, Delta. Hey, hot.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
An 8-yard loss brings up fourth down.
Here we go.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Strip that ball.
Here we go. 180.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Hey, hot.
Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On the carry, it's Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be caught. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second and a yard, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers! Marquise Goodwin, 33 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Gold for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get us.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
11.
Just heavy on the edges. Safe.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all.
That's what I do. 25, check 25, check 25. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety.
A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. 65, 65.
White.
Right there, 54, right there,
Hey,
right
gun.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco and a pickup of 16.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On to tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the shit, watch the shit.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there.
Here we go.
You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
11. Hey, gun.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Anthony Barr, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now they try the right side here. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had to pick it.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
51's the mark. 51's the mark. Hey, defense, let's go. Yo. Watch the edge. Shift. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Gun.
On second and 11 now. Cousins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Good route here. Gun.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive. Third down. Spectacular catch. Turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cousins now to throw on first down. It's caught by Treadwell.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 27 yards there, a first down. They run again on first down, Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Cousins. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Vikings 28, 49ers 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now second and
10. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the whip. Switch.
Gun.
Here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
White.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Bailey able to knock it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game. And
it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.